Can't see me because it's black as shit out here, but I'm going to be doing this anyway because I just want to talk to you guys. Can I get my opinion across? I do apologize if you can't see me. It is a full moon out, and you still cannot see shit, which is fucking gay, but I digress. Let's start. How to win a game in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, most players, when you ask them this, will simply say it's all about your deck. It's about how good your deck is, about how expensive your cards are, blah, 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 blah. That's not true. That's complete bullshit. I'll tell you that right now. There are three things that determine winning a game in Yu-Gi-Oh! The first is your deck. You have to have a good deck, one that works, one that's fluent, it's consistent, it's fast, it's good, it's all of the above. It has to be a dependable deck. And it has to be able to do its job, whatever that job may be, has to be able to do its job easy and effectively. The second part is the player. The player has to know what he's doing. He has to know how to get out of different situations. He has to be able to think ahead and figure out what his opponent's going to do before they do it so he can counter it as part of the game. It's like a chess game. You can't just sit there and look at your own board. You got to look at your opponent's board and say, okay, what is he going to do next turn? What is he going to do next turn? Like when they normal summon Earth and search for Venus, you have to understand, okay, next turn he plans to play Venus and drop a Gachi. How can I stop that? And that's what you have to focus on. And a lot of players don't do that. So that's the second part. The third part is the one I really want to touch on. That's what this one's going to be about. The third one that I'm going to mention is, how should I say it? How you play your deck, or how you decide how to make your moves. When a player is playing, you've got to not only think ahead, but think ahead 3 turns, think ahead 5 turns, think ahead 7 turns. You have to set up for your combos as early as you can. And if you have a card which you need for a combo, you need to not waste it. That's the biggest problem. I see so many people playing cards and wasting them, and then 2 turns later, they draw the other part of their combo and go, oh shit, I should have saved that card. Or they won't play a card at the right time, and if they had, it could have changed the whole game. This is very important. Just like in Chain Burn, people run Battle Fader. Okay, Battle Fader's effect starts a chain. When they declare an attack, you say, activate Battle Fader. That's Chain Link 1. That's not in damage step. So many people lose when they play Chain Burn because they don't realize Battle Fader starts a chain. Activate Battle Fader. Chain all 5 back rows. You got to understand that. And when you know you're going to be drawing Battle Fader later, you have to think about this beforehand and understand it and say, okay, well, I want to save my chain strikes because I have my Battle Fader. I want to save this because I have this. I want to save this because I have this. That's what you need to do. You also need to understand when you're playing a deck, this is for all you anti-meta players, specifically. When you're playing a deck that controls, the whole deck is about control. Field control, hand control, whatever it may be. Grave control, whatever it may be. Gravekeeper anti-meta, hero anti-meta, gadgets. It doesn't really matter. Oh look, a car. Oh my god, that car is like driving on the sidewalk, but we won't go up there. Anyways, when you're playing a control deck, regardless of what kind of control it is, you have to not overcommit. Like, I said this before briefly in another video, but I really want to touch on it, because when you're playing someone, you have to understand, you have to think about, what the hell am I going to do if they play Heavy Storm? I've seen so many people set 4 back rows, and then the other player plays Heavy Storm and they lose. Just straight up. They're like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. How did you not see that coming? Heavy Storm is the sack card of the format right now. If you don't have protection, set 1 or set 2, and don't do anything more. I mean, if they want to waste 2 MSTs on 2 back rows, fine. But it's just like, remember, when you're playing against a deck, especially, let me make this point too. If you're playing against if a deck goes normal summon the gadget set 5, don't play Heavy Storm. Just please don't be a moron. I've seen so many people do this, and next thing you know, Scarlet Road, and they're like, oh damn, I didn't see that coming. How did you not see that coming? It's gadgets. Why would I set 5 back rows and wait for a Heavy Storm? This is dumb. So, aside from that, also, this is one I really want to know. I was playing someone at my locals 2 days ago, Wednesday, and I set 4 back rows. I let him go. He set a monster key, and he set a back row and ended. I win. I played Heavy Storm. He played Solemn. What? You had 1 other back row. I had 3 other back rows. Why would you Solemn when I'm like -2ing myself. That makes no sense. And the back row he protected wasn't even that good. He protected Mirror Force, which I don't know why, but that's okay. He saw him the heavy anyway, which I think is a very dumb move. And he didn't realize that by playing the Solemn, I would go normal summon Gadget, go into Utopia, attack over his freaking monster anyway. Of course, I didn't do it the derp way. I went normal summon a Gadget, search a Gadget. I went declare attack because I knew he had the Mirror Force or something. The only reason he would do that is the only reason he would Solemn is if he had a Mirror Force, a Torrential, or something equally as broken face down. I gotta go. Someone's here. Bye.